Well, that's me. Just, I don't know when these were taken.
How exactly do you explain all the blowing stuff up with your mind things? Can you really do that?
It's not exactly with my mind. I use sound. Remember when I kicked your ass earlier? I used the sound of my guitar to deal physical damage. If you study the physical properties of sound, you can learn enough about acoustics to both heal and damage objects orally.
Where did you learn to do something like that?
Oh, years of private practice and studying, really.
Oh, she had to do Suzuki method. She had tiger parents make her practice the violin from when she was 3.
So tell me more about this website. What is Onism 1999?
Basically, it's a place on the internet for people to talk about conspiracies, the occult, and anything supernatural.
Seems like something boys would like. Do you recognize the location from these photos?
That's behind the old grocery store. Obviously, you've been there before.
Interesting.
What's your name, by the way?
My name's Vela Wild. It's interesting to meet you. I'm guessing you're a cameraman, and this is your sidekick, Ginger Boy?
Usually I go by Alex. Only my mom is allowed to call me Ginger Boy.
She really gets us. You really would be my sidekick, Alex. Cameraman by day, Michael by night.
Right. So, why do you two spend all your time on such odd websites? Do you really believe this stuff?
Michael and I spent the next hour or so recounting the events of me finding Sammy, and us running into the star creatures inside of the old factory. As we told the story, Bella just looked into my eyes and never reacted. I first began with trepidation. As it went on, I could tell she was doing her best to understand my story. Something felt familiar about her. But not in the I've met her sort of way. Something deeper. I dated a girl in college who was a women and gender studies major. She told me that she believed men and women were all the same at our core.
Okay. Oh, sorry, I just punched the shit out of my microphone. I was gonna say, then she probably did a pretty good job at her degree.
That we were all made of the same elements, not just on a physical level, but in a metaphysical level. She was a strong believer in spirituality, although she'd be the first to tell you she wasn't religious.
Oh, that's such a college girl thing to say. I'm not religious, I'm spiritual.
She told me she believed everyone had soulmates, plural. A series of people we were compatible with.
Also college
In
girl.
her theory, this applied to friendship as well as romantic relationships. She said that when the universe was created, all matter was one object. And that since we're all matter, we are all the same. She said that she believes our soulmates were cut from the same section of that initial piece of matter. That unexpected feeling of familiarity you feel when you meet someone for the first time means you were meant to meet. I personally didn't believe it. I still don't think she has all her facts straight. But every time I feel what I felt when Bella looked in my eyes, I thought of this explanation.
Did you manage to speak with the entities?
The entities? I guess you mean the star creatures.
Yes, those are the ones.
No, we were too busy running for our lives.
Did you try and take photographs of them, Michael?
Yeah, let me pull them up.
I want to see
Bella
them.
told us things. Confusing things. Things that, under normal circumstances, I wouldn't have believed. The way she spoke seemed two-sided. As if for a few moments, a side of her that she was trying to keep hidden was visible. And as soon as we noticed, she made to cover herself up. She made jokes more often than she was serious. But when the serious aspect of her personality appeared, I was convinced that's who she really was. This was almost more fascinating than the information she was giving us. That's the thing with people, isn't it? You could show them all the mysteries of the universe, but if they're distracted by the human element of the tale, they'll shift all of their attention there. Self-consumed with humanity. Self-consumed with other people. You know? That's just how people are.
My experience with them is limited, but what I've observed was powerful. I understand that what I'm about to tell you will sound like a lie, so I ask you to look past the words I'm saying and hear the truth behind them. A short time ago, I entered into a dark place, both physically and metaphysically. While I was there, I encountered the entities for the first time. I can't say what about their presence was so striking to me, but the moment I saw them, I felt something. Something that was weighted. Like their bodies took up the entirety of the room, as if they were the room. At first, I approached one and we spoke. However, the contents of the conversation isn't important to the story. Something I said upset it, and it tried to grab me. It was almost like a mother trying to smother its child. The entity was incredibly heavy. I managed to break free, but the weight of the thing remained on me. And for the entirety of the following week, it was as if someone was twisting a drill inside me. My head would throb, and the pain felt bone deep. You probably can't imagine what it was like, you two, but just the thought of the pain now brings tears to my eyes.
I reflected on her story. I wanted to reply, but something inside me told me to let the words hang in the air. It was as if the longer the pause between her words and mine, the more truth they carried. Finally, I spoke.
That's horrifying. But can you explain what you mean by entered a dark place? Or more importantly, physically and metaphysically? I can understand doing it physically and mentally, but I need some help with the meta part.
Metaphysical is a word, an adjective to be more specific. It means pertaining to or of the nature of metaphysics.
Ah, that's like describing Kafka-esque as of or related to the works of Franz Kafka.
Metaphysics is the branch of philosophy that includes the first principles, includes ontology and cosmology, and is intimately connected with epistemology. Epistemology is, of course, a branch of philosophy that investigates the origin, nature, methods, and limits of human knowledge.
Thank you for the definition, which I already knew. I was looking for something more concrete, more tangible.
I'm afraid that's all I feel comfortable telling you. I don't know you at all, and to reveal something so personal seems like I'd be opening myself up to vulnerability.
Do you mean to imply that you found a way to exist inside of a metaphysical space? That you...
Enough!
I'm also digging the fact that she's way shorter than the other two characters. It's kind of neat looking.
I don't need to talk about this with you. It makes me uncomfortable. Don't you get that?
Okay, sorry. I didn't mean to piss you off.
Look, I need to get back to the arcade. I was technically in the middle of a shift. I'm gonna write my number down. Call me if you see any more interesting comments on my photos, or have a run-in with the entities.
Wait, I have one more question before you go.
Alright.
How did you get to be so powerful? You took both of us on and barely broke a sweat.
You act as if that's impressive. Look, I've trained myself in the metaphysical space, inside of the mind dungeon. I like you two, so I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Here is one last number. Call it if you ever want to open your mind and expand your battle abilities.
Oh, finally, get the level up ability.
That's all I'll say for now. The guy on the other end can explain more.
Location is vital in developing abilities. Don't neglect to visit here often. Alright, let's level up after this dialogue.
The way I look at it, we have two things we need to do. If we want to hang out with Vela again, we're gonna need to train ourselves. Also, if we want to call her, we're gonna need to search Onism 1999 for some interesting posts.
Okay, simple enough. Go grind and then give Villa a call.
Yeah, but don't forget to search Onism 1999 for some good posts. She'll probably hang up on you and kick our butts again if we don't have anything cool.
Man, are we even cool enough to hang out with someone like her?
Nope! I'm still growing, and you're an overgrown man-child who can barely pick up a record. So let's head out of Frankton and try to find some things to beat up.
Sounds good. We should stock up on some healing items at the burger joint before heading out.
Oh no. Oh no, whenever anybody calls me in this game, it never ends good. Oh.
Hey! Just calling to see if you figured it out. I would love to just come out and say it, but I think it would scare you to death. And that would ruin everything.
Nope. I haven't figured anything out. Look, if you're just gonna keep calling me and say vague, creepy shit, you should at least tell me your name.
Oh! It's your best childhood friend. Think back to when you met me. We were kids. I think Losing My Religion by R.E.M. had just become a big hit. My mom didn't want me listening to it because she was afraid it would turn me into a bad kid or something. I went over to your house and we listened to it on your stereo for hours. My mom came to pick me up from your house, heard the song, and freaked out. How can you not remember that? It was the funniest thing.
The story was so specific. It sounded so familiar, and yet I couldn't place it. It was like I had read it in a book somewhere or watched it on a TV show. But still, no particular name or day came to mind.
Yeah, you're right. You probably wouldn't remember that. Look, I'm going to keep calling you until you remember me. Remember what you used to say. Everything happens for a reason. That reason is nothing happens for any reason.
Oh, God.
What a weirdo.
Alright, let's call it the Mind Dungeon, I guess. Leveled up. I really hope I can get to level 5 and I don't have to grind. Is that Marlene? Who the hell's this? Let's talk to Marlene, I guess.
Excuse me. No, seriously, I'm fine. Please don't fret.
This bird was not voice acted when I first met it, and also, shouldn't it have a woman's voice?
I'm Marlene, although that's just the name my parents gave me. Please call me Crow, although most people just call me Kay. You look confused. May I ask why? Oh? You don't say. Please
don't say.
forgive my rudeness. I don't mean to pry, but I can't help myself.
I thought Marlene was nice, not creepy.
Welcome to the Dungeon of the Mind. I imagine this is your first time here. Ah, I see. I see. Where should I begin? Well, first I should begin by saying in the fight between you and the Mind Dungeon, back the Mind Dungeon. For all intents and purposes, the Mind Dungeon is the only thing that truly exists. Everything else is just shattered fragments of time and matter floating in the soul space. Remember to save often. One advantage in keeping a diary is that you become aware, with reassuring clarity, of the changes in which you constantly suffer. Plus, it's never fun to lose progress. Well, good luck. I've often said that it's comforting to reflect that the disproportion of things in the world seems to be only arithmetical. I'm not really sure what I mean by that either. Lastly, in my pseudo-philosophical rantings, I forgot to mention something vital. You may have heard this in a distant dream, but I feel like I should remind you. When you kill an enemy, it's dead forever. Killing enemies gives you experience points. Spend those experience points to open doors inside the Mind Dungeon. Remember though, you can decide not to kill any enemy and avoid the battle altogether. However, doing so might not be wise all the time, since you'll want to find experience points to spend on character upgrades.
What the hell? Oh, it's gone now. That's good. Wow. Let's save and enter the mind dungeon. I hope that this game doesn't have like a pacifist ending that I've screwed up at this point because I didn't know about it. What are you? A robot? Encourage your friends to level up. Yes? Michael is now level 2. It's nice to encourage your friends. Okay. I will attempt to encourage my friends to level up. All I need to do is get to level 5, right? So hopefully I don't need to do any grinding. Okay. One more level and it should be good to go, I think. I don't know what this is doing. I assume it's taking EXP away from me. Maybe I should just enter this door before I keep doing that. What? 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 I guess I'll talk to Marlene. Can't be bothered to just choose for you. What stat is this? No. What is this? Okay, this is +3. Oh, okay. I get it. So I can choose to spend these points however I want. So I can do +3 to one skill, +2 to one skill, +1 to one skill, and +1.5 to another. So we're gonna do... I don't really know what I should do, because I don't know what good the characters are gonna be at, or what the characters are gonna be good at, is the words that I meant to order in the right order. So I guess that I'm gonna do bonus to magic. Can enter room. What? Oh, I think that... Oh, okay, that's how I confirm it. That's interesting. That is really, really interesting. What is this? It's like linked? Oh, I see, that's like a progress bar? I'm pretty sure it's a progress bar. Oh, it's a lock. It means I can't put more into it than I've already done. Alright, let's do 3 to PP, 2 to strength. We will enter to lock to confirm it. And I will do plus 1.5 to HP. And 1 to defense. So my assumption is that PP is gonna... I can't believe that I have to keep saying that. My assumption is that PP is gonna be like the strongest thing that I can do. And speed and luck I can probably totally neglect. But I think that this is gonna be the general trend I follow, which is 3 PP, 2 stir, 1.5 HP, and 1 deaths. Okay, I can level up. I have enough EXP to do that. What's this on the far left over here? Now customize the stats inside the mine dungeon. I thought I already could. Alright, let's get a new skill, I think. Time energy. Time energy does what? Nothing? Is it something I equip? Wait, collectible Pog is a... Oh, it's a quest item. That's why it's got a key icon. I thought that meant that it was a, like a key. It's like, what the hell are you gonna open with a key? Like, with a quest? What the hell are you gonna open up with a Pog? Alright, let's just level up. I doubt it. You think it only applies to this mine dungeon? I don't know what the hell that means, but yeah, I have no idea what that sentence means. Okay, let's do this, and I need to put HP at maybe 1? Yeah, let's do... So I did PP and I did strength. I guess I'll do HP next. And then, can I confirm them all at once, or do I have to confirm every single one individually? This is cool and all. I kind of just wish that I had a menu screen, and I could just do this like a lot quicker instead of like having to see all these cutscenes of me opening doors and closing them. But that's just because I'm really, really impatient when it comes to things that are, I want to say, administrative. Things like controlling how you level up and stuff like that isn't really... I mean, it's kind of neat to have like an immersive menu on, but I also hate it. Okay, I think that I should have enough EXP to get to level 5. Yeah, I do. So I'll have both peeps at level 5, so that'll be good. And let's just keep doing what I'm doing. I like this plan because I think it's going to give me a lot of good spells and stuff like that later on. I hope I'm right. Okay, this looks good, and let's just start leveling up. I mean, generally speaking, I've played a lot of JRPGs, and magic is always, like, the most powerful ability. So I'm hoping that that ends up being the case here. But I also haven't seen very much of, like, the magic system in this game at all. So it could be that, like, I don't know, I'm just totally wrong, and it's all about, like, gimmicky weapons with neat, like, physical damage stuff. But there's only one way to find out. I think those are green doors down there, so I assume I need more EXP than 100. Oh, no. Okay, we're good. We're real good. I wonder what the difference between the doors is. Alright, let's just keep leveling up here. Skill icon, smooth jazz. Alright, that's funny. Let's see, we have +1, so we'll put that into here. We'll do 0.5 on strength, and this could be... No. We'll do 1 on... We will change attribute here. And I'm going to put this on health. I'm going to put this on strength. That should be good. Start cashing these guys in. Yeah, this is a little bit more interesting than, like, just like a flat level up, which is kind of what I was expecting. I was expecting, like, Final Fantasy IV style, where you level up and it just is like, your Cecil gains extra health, like, and he gets 1 extra, like, determinism, or something like that. But this is kind of cool. I like being able to choose my own characters and customize things. Sort of like Final Fantasy X and that sort of stuff. Or job systems. I really like that. Sort of. I like job systems in a lot of games, but I think that very few of them actually make them interesting. I've not had a whole lot of luck outside of, like, the very first game that I think did an okay job with them, which was Final Fantasy II. But most other games, Final Fantasy Tactics did a good job with it as well. But most other games that I can think of that have job systems, it's like there's 3 good ones and a ton of shitty ones, so there's basically, like, no point to most of it. And I mean, honestly, that's okay. I think that it's a fairly gimmicky type thing. Fire Emblem also had a pretty good job system where you basically level up your characters and then they evolve into, like, knights and stuff. I mean, they don't actually evolve, but you get the gist of what I'm saying. But that gets into a whole nother thing of mine, where the fact that Fire Emblem sucks, in my opinion. I really liked the Game Boy ones, but boy, that series really left me behind when it got to Animu. I just can't handle Animu. I just can't Animu. Okay, I'll try to level up just to see what the dialogue says. Can't do it. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, I can't anime. I did for a little while. Oh, good. It lets me just leave the mine dungeon entirely. I was really worried that it was gonna make me have to, like, walk up every single step. Can I leave by talking to this guy? Oh, no, I can encourage him to level up. I don't understand the level up my friends thing. Status of Michael. He's as smart as he looks. There's no int stat in this game, so I find that hard to believe. Okay, so he's 22 out of 100, so I can see the leveled up stuff. Alright, that's great. I was really concerned that I was gonna have to grind, but it looks like I don't. So we'll exit the mine dungeon. We will pop on over to Omnic or whatever that was.
I don't know about you, but I feel stronger. I think you can see my biceps now.
Hell yeah. I'm not really worried about how I look. I'm more concerned about how I feel.
Wow. Yeah, something like that is really the result of reflecting upon yourself, isn't it?
Yeah, you would say that.
Ignoring that, you think we're strong enough to call Vela up?
Probably not. But might as well give it a shot if we can find anything good on Onism. Have you logged on today?
Let's check that out. Yeah, I mean, I watched a little bit of anime when I was younger, like, you know, your Pokemons and your Yu-Gi-Ohs and your Dragon Ball Z. And then I watched JoJo a lot recently,
Hey,
but
Michael.
I got kind of lost in that
Check this
after a
out.
little while.
Someone sent me a PM.
Hey man, I saw your post about the elevator girl in the factory she went missing in. My sister vanished a few weeks ago, and there were some screwed up things with her disappearance too. If you're interested in checking out where she was last seen, you should come to Windtown. It's east of the factory the elevator girl was last seen in.
So what do you think? This interesting enough to bother Vela about?
Yeah, probably not bad.
Alright, let's call Vela.
Hey Vela, it's Alex. Some kid sent us an email saying his sister vanished.
Really?
Yeah, said it was similar to the elevator girl's disappearance.
It's refreshing to hear somebody on the phone whose voice isn't distorted and scary.
Okay, and he wants us to come check it out? I'll meet you at the Frankton bus stop. That's the best way to get there without a car.
You want to leave now?
Yes. I don't have work till tomorrow afternoon, so it would be best for me to do it today so I can get some sleep.
Fair enough.
Oh, and Alex, I thought you should know. The elevator girl has a name. Her name is Semi Park. I was able to get some information on her. I'll share it with you in person.
Did she say Semi Park? Because that's a typo there.
Semi Park, huh?
But, what? Hold on. You're hearing Semi Park too, right? But there's no... Either the kerning is really fucked up on that one, or they're consistently messing up her name? Also, Semi Park is a really, really unfortunate name.